Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. Okay, so yeah, all I needed was extra pixie dust, and I was able to make the next tier of Flame Rune, which is the large Flame Rune, which is giving me plus 9% crit, so now I have 30% crit chance now. I went ahead and crafted a few things. I crafted a few scrolls, which I'm going to go ahead and pass over now. So here you go, have one, and you can have that. There you go. So yeah, I went ahead and made the raised bloated corpse scroll, because why not? And that's pretty much it. I sold a few more things, got up to 13,000 gold. Um, you might as well spend the money, because like I said, if your gold is useless if you're not spending it. So, we need to go find what's-his-face. If we go and talk to Duggan and that lady there, they'll be really happy about the fact we saved Gareth, but I don't care. Speaking of not caring, hey Gareth.
You come at last. I'd no doubt you'd find your way to us, not after witnessing your bravery.
That was stop close. Fidgeting when you stop jabbing me with your claws.
I know you seek answers. I'll tell you what I can.
I don't have questions. Look around you and frown. Gareth and his group can't hide here forever.
There is no shame in finding solace in shelter. Or do you feel much guilt in enjoying the peace of the sanctuary?
Here, we stand less chance of catching Dallas's eye. These horrors she commands, shriekers she calls them. They still protect the harbor, firing pure death at anything that moves near.
You haven't looked at the harbor, have you?
The Lady Vengeance is still anchored there too. Lucian, save us from whatever plot Dallas is concocting on it.
Ask Gareth what happens next. Does he have a plan?
Well, I had a plan. Grati Anna told me of weapons that could counter these shriekers. Purging wands that steal source from its host. I went to that armory looking for one of these wands, but Alexander's bootlickers stumbled in first. I found nothing but dust and blood. We've got to find a way to silence those shriekers. If we do that, the Lady Vengeance is ours. Freedom is ours.
And sure enough, yep, there's actually already a dialogue option about mentioning you've already taken care of it. Tell Gareth the path is clear. The shriekers have already been destroyed.
I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the enclave with such command it could rouse a fawn to action.
We move, seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours!
Alright, the Seekers are going to rally at an abandoned camp overlooking the shore to prepare for their attack on the Lady Vengeance. We should meet them there as soon as we're ready. Gareth has rallied his remaining Seeker forces at the abandoned Magister camp in order to attack and seize the Magister flagship known as the Lady Vengeance. They will take the ship while we are to concentrate our attack at the Magister forces who remain on the shore. We should speak to Gareth. No, we really shouldn't. Alright, so we hit level 8, which means we get access to another talent. So, talent-wise, we've already gotten all skilled up. So we've kind of already gotten what we can from that. So we have a few options. Funny enough, I can actually get Elemental Affinity. I'm not going to bother with Pet Pal, so don't bother. There's a few that are kind of interesting, like Morning Person, making you resurrect at full health. But I don't like favoring things that require me to be killed. Let's see. Oh wow. While you are at maximum vitality, Hot Head grants you an extra 10% crit chance and 10% more accuracy. That's interesting. But of course, if I'm not at max vitality, it's useless. So I'm not going to get it. So there's the Executioner, which is incompatible with the Pawn, which means you can't have both at the same time. The Pawn is actually a really decent trait to get, but in order to get it, it's a talent. Sorry, it's a good talent to get, but it requires Scoundrel to get it. And what it does is it makes it so your first movement is free. It doesn't cost you any action points, which can give you a lot of flexibility as far as moving and attacking and things like that. But what Warfare gets is Executioner, where every round when you kill somebody, you get 2 action points. And I think it's about time we go ahead and pick that up, because it is actually useful. So yeah, we'll pick up Executioner. Link. Alright. Combat skills, we're gonna go ahead and keep increasing two-handed. There's nothing really... Eventually we'll need to upgrade Warfare, but right now two-handed gets us more bang for our buck. Because it gets us the 5% damage and 5% critical multiplier as well. So I'll grab that, and then upgrade our strength and our wits. Alright, and then for Losa, I'm thinking either Elemental Affinity or All Skilled Up. So we got 4 in Geomancer, 4 in Area Thurge, 4 in Hydrosophist, and 4 in Pyrokinetic. So I'll go ahead and pick up another rank in Hydrosophist. We'll go ahead and at this point I don't really want more memory. Yeah, we don't need more memory right now. It's nice, but we don't need it. So we'll go ahead and upgrade our intelligence twice, so we get a bunch of juicy damage out. Alright, Elemental Affinity, what it does is it makes spells cheaper based off of what you're standing in. So for example, if you cast Rain, and you're standing in a puddle of water, all of your Hydrosophist spells will cost 1 AP cheaper, to a minimum of 1, which could be pretty helpful in, you know, blasting what you need to blast out. And since a lot of times you're going to get hit with spells anyway, and that's going to put you on top of some sort of element, it's pretty decent. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pick up Elemental Affinity. I would like to get All Skilled Up, but we don't really need more Lore Master, and skill point wise we're okay. So yeah, Elemental Affinity for now. Boink. Alright. Sorry for that rambly little start there. Han's still staying behind. But now I can loot everything here.
This won't be of any use.
Those are good. Those are good. Those are good. I never looted that barrel, I actually didn't see it. So go pick that one up, and then loot everything else that's here. We've read that one already. No history of the Great War between the Divine Order and the Black Ring would be complete without mentioning the collateral damage suffered by the elves. From the live wood trees chopped down to make order ships to the indentured use of elves to feed upon and learn the secrets of the silent dead, the elves were the true victims of the carnage that ripped Rivellon apart. And at the very end of the Great War, even the last blow that put an end to the Black Ring was the death fog that decimated the homeland of the elves. It's small wonder that some of them bear a grudge against humans. Small wonder at all. So yeah, that's why elves kind of hate us. Anyway, let's go over here real quick. And no, I'm not procrastinating or anything. I'm just, you know, I like loot, and we actually, you know, bought things. We spent like 6,000 gold. Gotta make up those funds somehow. Alright, abandoned camp. So yeah, now that everyone's here. And if we go around this way, you can actually see that there's a Magister Ames up there. I believe we read a letter, mentioning, you know,
Careful now.
telling him to
That's a
leave
trap.
behind a trap and shit like that. Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. So yeah, now there are traps up here. Yeah, that hurt a lot. I nearly killed myself from running through all those traps. I mean, it wouldn't have bothered me much. I would have just, you know, freaking just used a resurrection scroll. I have like 12 of them. But yeah, that ripped right through me. There is an item called trap disarm kits, but they honestly aren't worth the effort.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Yes, yes, I know the whole routine. You gonna come up here? What's up?
Oh, shite.
Indeed. Here, I'll give you this at a discount.
I figured it was only a matter of time. I'm ready to pay the price.
So yeah, you could try to talk to him, but pretty much he's a loyalist, and he's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna fight you. The man who draws a weapon, death is every magister's rightful fate.
Sorcerers have done worse to me. If I die, then at least I die with a clear conscience. I owe Alexander everything. I don't regret standing by him.
Indeed. He's level 7, by the way. Oh, come on. He's gonna sit here and just drink a bunch of shit. Yeah, he's just eating. He just ate a bunch of shrooms and drank beer.
The Reaper for me.
That freaking 5% chance is just screwing me over. You know what's faster? Doing that. Alright. Alright, so we're good to go here.
Praise be, you have silenced the shriekers and cleared our way. Yet it seems I'm in need of you again, my friend.
What else is new? Anything else of note? Here, have a rabbit paw. Rabbit paw, rather. Alright.
You have any more miracles in you?
Tell him your strength only grows as you crave battle.
We've got a boat ready to row to the Lady Vengeance. But if Alexander sees us bobbing among the waves, we'll be shark chow. So we split up. I take the Seekers to the Lady Vengeance. You go to the ruins and keep Alexander busy. He'll be expecting a breeze. Show him that you're a hurricane. Are you ready? We've got right on our side. A greater ally than any sulking Geist or any whinging Magister.
Confirm that you're prepared for battle.
Seekers, we move. You are Lucian's eyes and ears. You are his sword and his shield. Burn the blackness with your holy fire!
May Armadia's grace keep us safe.
Alright, so yeah, they're gonna run down this way and take a boat to,
As you approach, Grati Anna turns to you. Her moves are lighter now. Her voice is warmer, but still tempered by the scene around her.
It would be a sweet joy to see the Magisters chased from this land. But I fear all I will see today is death.
I agree that the Seekers have a tough battle ahead.
It is not a difficult battle. It is an impossible one. Gareth will lead them to their deaths.
Point out that Gareth tried to even odds, but without his weapons, what choice do the Seekers have?
Gareth failed to reach the armory in time. But there is another vault, hidden beyond the Magister's guile. If you can steal away these weapons, your friends may well stand a chance. But beware, such items are of limited power. If they cease to function, speak to me. I will be able to help.
So, if you somehow waste all the charges of your wand, you can go and talk to her. Tell her you've already been to the vault and recovered the wand.
Praise unto the goddess. There may yet be hope for today.
I feel like she's still in the past, like she doesn't know that the Shrieker's are already dead. By a dragon, no less. Alright, so I already talked about Alexander. If you go through the front way, he will have a dialogue with you, and it's pointless because, well, it's Alexander, and he's all about the, you know, screw the sorcerers. Especially even though he is one. Supposedly he's a godwoken, but his powers have yet to awaken. One thing else to note, we never really talked about Gareth. He likes to quote, like, I guess, divine verses and stuff like that, so that's why he always quotes Lucian. Just something to note. And, of course, there's multiple ways to get into this place, so be very careful about AI partners, so that's why I'm unchaining right now. So I can go ahead and do tactical retreat. And then I can do a teleport. So yeah, this fight is level 8, level 8, we are level 8, we are more than ready. So I'm gonna go right here. You're gonna go right here. And we're gonna get ready. Alright. This fight's pretty interesting, but we're gonna shred everything. Go, go, go. Go, put you in the fight as well. Alright. So Alexander's, there's a Geist down here, Alexander's down here. He does know Nether Swap, which is really, really annoying, because he will use it and swap places with you. But we'll figure this out. So I can just kill you if I really want to. I'm hoping I can get a teleport off. Alright, let's see if I can. Yes, I can. So I'm gonna get you up here. Right here, right now. Alright, poison, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So it's gonna break anyway. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to knock you down. Alright, good. I've got him to do nothing but melee. Yeah, and all of them are out of position. It also starts raining, but it doesn't actually do rain. So there's the archer. Over here is a rogue, the assassin. He's currently stealth. Alright, cool. Alright, so right now I'm standing in poison, which is earth-based, so I can start doing earth-based stuff if I really want to. apologize if the music is a bit loud. Tempted to blow up everything, but I really probably shouldn't. Whack you with some poison. Nice. Okay, that takes care of you. My buff is still active. One, two. Yeah, poison, poison. Okay, poison, poison. Can I teleport you? Yes, I can. Okay, they're slowed. And now you're taken. Alright. Well, I have Executioner, so I can just do this. Get back to the 2 action points I spent. And oh, I should have removed Bless. I forgot to do that. That's okay. Drink a potion. Hello.
You will die, all of you.
Do you see now? Your foul sorcery will be the death of us all.
Tell him to shut up and fight. This creature won't discriminate between you. So yeah, they will actually fight the worm, and the worm will fight... Yeah, it's a free-for-all at this point. Move positions, good for you. Yeah, he's pretty brutal. He hits hard and petrifies. Alright, well. And return the favor. Oh wow, this is the first time I've actually seen them focus on me and not the worm. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it is a bit annoying. We really need to actually start fighting that worm. This worm's immune to pretty much everything, I believe. Yeah, he's immune to everything, so he won't be affected by status effects. He's resistant to poison, earth, fire, but he's normal against electricity and ice. Speaking of ice, let's some of this going. I accidentally stunned you. What can this remove stun? Yes, it can. Cast skill. I think we got that scroll. Yeah, go fight the worm. You are on fire. Yeah, take on that thing. Look at him, Ray. And he exploded. He got petrified. Good for him. Hey, Alexander. Play with him. Okay. Execution done. Let's buff up. Alright, we're gonna go head down there. We'll take our sweet time. Actually, yeah, we'll just take our sweet time. There you go, you guys fight. His staff is fire damage, so he's not really doing much to him. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. Anyway, right now I'm in water, so all my ice spells and stuff are cheaper. Yeah, he's immune to being frozen, so he can't be chilled. Also, my dazing bolt is reduced as well because I think it's because I'm in a cloud. Got that going for us. Oh, he got petrified. Good for him. Peekaboo. Okie dokie. Must suck to be you. Nice crits, holy cow. And you're out of line of sight. Good for you. Goodbye, Alexander. I do get the experience for it, so it's no worries there. And you can see a little boat come up. And
Well, well, quite the mess you've made here.
this is Melody.
I'm Malady, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang. She releases you and grins, running tongue over teeth.
God-woken.
Probably your Melody, was it? Is she sick or something?
My mother certainly thought so. I didn't hurt you, did I?
She leans back, looks you over, and smirks.
So, God-woken, you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you make of that?
All you've seen and heard plenty of strange things lately. All you want is to see the picture behind the puzzle.
Well, first things first. Dallas's little necklaces are lovely, but not quite in vogue where we're going. They're better.
And there you go. So no matter what, by the end of this chapter, you will have all your collars removed. So Lose can now finally wear a necklace. Speaking of, let's put a necklace on you. You can have that. There we go. Managed runes. Do accuracy. That's fine. Move you down here just to meet up with everybody.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you?
Say you met Relic, he taught you how to grant blessings.
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what he taught you.
Tell her you need source in order to cast it. You can ask questions, but Melody's not really one to really answer questions. She's just like, yeah, no, yeah, just, listen to what I have to say type thing.
Ah, like that. Right, hold on then.
She takes you by the shoulders and gestures for you to do the same to her. She closes her eyes, and a warm, soothing sensation runs from her hands into your body. Suddenly, you feel the familiar swell of source within you.
I do like how it takes into account that you didn't have a source point. Generally, if you're worried about this final fight, you can always just get a source point before you head out. I've done this fight so many times that I was pretty confident that we weren't going to run into any trouble. We took a little bit of light damage, and we had a little bit of trouble with some status effects, but I burned one scroll, not a big deal. And I can craft that scroll if I really need to. Alright, so you can either cast Bless on yourself or on Malady. I'm going to cast it on Malady.
Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As the spell fades, the skin heals once more. Her whole body seems to relax.
You really are God-woken. I'm... happy. Oh, How unbecoming. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc.
So yeah, Melody's, you know, quite the hoot. Tell her to be specific. What destiny does she mean?
You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Malady beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling.
If you choose to leave the area after this message, you will not be able to return again. Your open quest will be closed and archived. Ask her to wait. You can ask who the Meister is, but she's just gonna be like, screw it, get on the boat.
As you wish.
Alright. So yeah, she'll just wait for us. Alright, signs of resistance. Malady told us that we are indeed God-woken, just the types that the Seekers are supposed to be helping. It seems that our journey will continue in their company for some time. Champion of the Gods, Rumia. Gareth has rallied his remaining Seeker forces at the abandoned Magister camp in order to attack and seize the Magister flagship known as the Lady Vengeance. They will take the ship, while we are to concentrate our attack on the Magister forces who remain on shore. We should speak to Gareth. Well, we already did that. Let's see. We defeated Alexander and his forces. We should be able to escape the island now by boarding the Magister warship that is anchored just offshore. We have met a half-elf named Malady, who shows great interest in whether we are God-woken. If we want to get off this island, then we best heed her words, at least for now. Whenever we are ready to leave Reaper's Eye, we should talk to Malady and the Magisters. Bishop Alexander is dead. What will happen to the Magisters without him to lead them? Meh. Not really concerned for me. Alright, so a bunch of new stuff. Loot that. We just got spontaneous combustion, which we'll go ahead and pick it up. We don't need it though. Alright, this is a level 8 bow. And to be honest, it's not that great. I mean, the benefit of using a bow over a crossbow is the movement, which movement's not that big of a deal for a caster type and an archer at that. Polished ring, 22 magic armor, geomancer, and earth resistance. Well, here you go. And then boots. Heal. These are strength-based boots, which is good because we need an upgrade. Wits and sneaking and poison resistance. There we go. It's a start at least. Next, go for the assassin. Go to Bishop Alexander. So he's got Alexander's Cloak, which also has the skill Blinding Radiance, which is a point-blank AoE lightning spell that does blindness as well as stun. It's quite the upgrade, so we'll go ahead and equip it. And once again, we're in robes again. Some other things. We can equip a rune to it, so we'll go ahead and just put something in here. It doesn't really matter what. And we'll go air resistance. Alright. And then some rings, some leggings. We already have... Oh, this is finesse. Yeah, we don't need it. Unidentified one-handed sword. Okay. And then there's a book. No one can understand the frustration and shame of being the feeble son of the formidable divine. I reach for the source within, yet that spring runs dry. Vrendaman shows such patience, soothing me when rage threatens to overwhelm. His command of the source is astounding. He says my talents will soon burst forth like a bound ogre breaking its chains. How fortunate that Dallas does such a fine job of maintaining the divine order on my behalf while I study. Under Vrendaman's tutelage, perhaps I will be God-woken in more than name. I learned that a sorcerer named Master Renderman has been acting as a tutor for Bishop Alexander to help him master the powers needed to become divine. Alexander, son of Lucin Divine, was also a Godwoken. He was tutored by Dallas's associate, Renderman. Hopefully it wasn't a mistake to kill him. Never a mistake. Alright, so they're good to go. Loot this Geist. Loot this Markswoman. I'm gonna go loot this Metamorph next, and the Knight up here. Crafting Bible. Okay. Alright, more recipes. Seems to be Metamorph scroll recipes. Oh, polymorph rather. Besides that, I think that's everything. I think we're actually good to go. Alright, let's hop on. I also forgot to make a save, so hopefully these recordings went out okay. We could go and sell stuff. I don't really care to. Actually, there's one thing I would like to do. Let's go get a source point. But before we do that, I don't want that anymore. Oh, actually, I have another skill point now. That's good. I'm gonna take a crippling blow, and I'm gonna take first aid. I think first aid would be a nice addition. And I apologize if you're hearing messages. I actually have Pathfinder tomorrow, so that's gonna be good times. Okay, so
Let's go.
let's board the boat. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else we can really do, not without Pet Pal anyway. And we've kind of had our fill, so let's get out of here. One thing some people do before they leave is they murder everybody, but I'm not going to do that.
Malady grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
Godwoken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as Godwoken. The fate of this godforsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Dun 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 dun. So yeah, all the party members that you get, or choose to get, or take along or make, are all Godwoken. So that's just something to be aware of. So technically, all of them have spoken to the gods, and they want that specific person to become the main Godwoken.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
Let this be a lesson to Alexander and his cronies. We will not be held.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Okay. So all these get closed. So yeah, we well, this quest should have been closed a while ago because we killed Magister Yarrow. We left without... We kind of helped the pigs. Malady has decided that we should come with her aboard the Lady Vengeance. Nothing special there. Okay. Lady of War. We have boarded the Lady Vengeance. The Seekers appear to have taken control of the ship. After a battle with the Magisters on board, we should speak to someone to see what's to happen next. And then Chapter 2. In Fort Joy, I learned that the Magisters were willing to do anything to stop the Voidwoken, even resorting to the use of horrifying ancient weaponry against anyone who opposed them. I had to escape. Reaper's Eye proved to be rife with danger, but it also presented me with the most unlikely of allies, the gods themselves. As I tried to escape from the island, a vision of my god came to me. I was declared their champion, a Godwoken. It would fall to me to save the gods and the world itself from the forces of the void. I had to master the powers within me in order to do this. The powers of the divinity. The vision ended, but I was imbued with a new power. What I was told must be true. I escaped aboard a captured Magister flagship ship, the Lady Vengeance. With Rapier's Eye behind me, I could pursue the great mission that I had received. I met a half-elf named Malady, whose destiny seems to be tied to my own somehow. She confirmed that I'm indeed a Godwoken. I must leave the island with her in order to pursue my destiny. So yes, Malady's a half-elf. And we'll figure out what the other half is later. There's a bunch of stuff we can loot. This is going to be kind of your last opportunity to pick who you want in your party. Obviously, we're going to take Lose.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
So if you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of dead bodies on the deck of the ship, both Magister and Seeker.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
This is what I think of most players treating their NPCs in like my D&D campaign. What's-his-face and so-and-so.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
And not a greeting and say you're eager to set sail. How long do they plan to remain at anchor?
Not a moment longer than we have to. But we're in something of an impasse. The ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
Say you've never known a ship to speak in the first place.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it, unless we can find a way to break the bond.
Ask if they have any leads on how to gain control of the ship.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They're kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
So yeah, Malady's, fantastic. So you'll have a look around. You're eager to get far away from Fort Joy.
That's the spirit.
You could ask her and be like, hey, what have you been doing? And she's like, a lot. Alright. Lady of War. We spoke with Malady once again. She ought to know what must be done next. We learned that the Lady Vengeance is made from elven livewood, meaning that it is effectively conscious. Something is preventing the Seekers from taking control of it. However, the means of getting the ship moving must be hidden aboard it somewhere. We should we should search it thoroughly. Alright, well, I'm getting like a billion messages because, like, yeah. My next Pathfinder session is going to be a big one. So, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. When we come back, we'll go and pick up Lose again, and we'll have good times and loot everything. So, I am the Depressed Hero, and this was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys later.